Today I'm showing you how I achieve this flawless fall makeup look. This is pretty easy to achieve, so let's begin. To prep the skin, I use a Charlotte Tilbury Magic Serum. Use the Ordinary Moisturizer. This. To prime the face, I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty primer. I really like this primer. I've used it 3 times and it lasts for a very long time, and it actually makes your makeup flawless. So she recommends that you use 2 fingers length worth of products. So I'm just estimating that. That's what I added. I've tested this primer with 3 different foundations and it lasts over 8 hours. Like after 8 hours I wasn't oily in my T area, and I usually get oily here. This is a really good primer. So I'm just going to let it settle for a few minutes and then I go in with foundation. The foundation I'm using is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation in the shade Tahoe. And to apply the foundation, I'm using the Makeup by Mario F4 brush. So I like this brush. It has 2 sections. So you have one that you can use to apply your foundation and you use this side to blend it out. Applying it to the center of the face first and blend it outwards. This is a very lightweight foundation. I'm also taking it under the eye because I want to cover everything, and it's very lightweight. It's not heavy and it gives the skin a luminous look. It's also medium coverage, so you can build it up to your desired liking. Taking it down under the chin to about here. And then I'm going to flip to the other side and go around the edges just to ensure that it's seamless. To add added glow to the cheeks, I'm going to use a Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I'm going on top of the cheekbone. I'm going to put some on the center of my chin and the forehead, the center of the forehead. And blend it out. Just give a subtle highlighted look. I'm not sure if you can see. You can see it. To bronze, I'm using the NARS Laguna Bronzer in shade 4. And I'm using the same foundation brush. I'm using this side that I used to apply the foundation first. I'm putting it around the perimeter of the face and on the cheekbone right here. Taking at the side of the chin right here. This helps to just snatch this section. I'm also taking it down the sides of the nose and into the brows. Right right here and blend it out. And I'm going to go over the edges with the other side of the brush. Let's go along. Then to conceal, I'm using the Danessa Myricks Yummy Concealer. I'm going to use two actually. I'm just going to layer this one on first. And I'm going to use my Hourglass concealer brush to blend it out. It has a slight peach undertone. I'm going to highlight using the Hourglass Vanish Concealer. Take some under the brows to highlight it. And just to brighten and lift the side of the mouth. Just going to let it dry down a little. Then I'm just going to blend it out. I'm using the brush first before I use the beauty blender. I'm going to use my beauty blender to complete blending out the concealer. Going back in with the foundation brush around the edges. So right before you set your concealer, it's good to go under the eye for one final blend just to ensure that there's no creasing. Using the Huda Beauty Loose Setting Powder to set the center of the face. Going in using my powder puff. This is what this side is looking like versus this side. Can you see the difference? This is in the shade Peach Pie, so it's not as yellow as the setting powder that I usually go for. It has more of a peach undertone. As you can see, it's really smooth. It actually gives like that airbrush look. Just to brighten under the eye, I'm going to go in with Banana Bread. This is the Huda Beauty Banana Bread powder. And to set the areas where I applied the contour, I'm using the Givenchy powder. This is in the shade 5, so it's a bit darker than the other powders that I've been using. I would say it's around a shade darker or 2. And I'm just setting. I know that they changed the new formula. I'm not sure if it smells the same, but this one is very good. It smells really good. And I'm going to hydrate the skin with the Milk Hydrating Spray. This helps to reduce the powdery look. Moving on to the brows, I'm pressing translucent powder just to absorb any oil that's in the brow here. Eyebrow pencil that I'm using is the Benefit Cosmetics brow pencil in the shade 4. So I'm just drawing tiny hair-like strokes and following the natural shape of the brow. So I'm just drawing tiny brow hair. So the point is very small and it helps you to draw detail strokes that mimics your natural brow hair. Setting the brows in place with the Benefit Brow Wax. This is in the shade 4.5. Cleaning up the brow bone with the same concealer that I used to highlight. Using the same concealer that I used to highlight the center of the face. So I'm adding it on the brow bone as well as center of the brows. I usually don't add any concealer right here. I just use the same contour brush and just blend it into the brows. Setting it with translucent powder. Now let's move on to the eyes. I'm using the Pat McGrath Paradise Venus blush. This blush has a nice purple undertone. And I'm going to place it on the lid. But first I'm going to use a fluffy eyeshadow brush and I'm going in the crease, slightly pulling it outwards. Then take it all over the lid. This is a nice purple color. I'm also going to take it down the lower lash line as well, using a small smudge brush. And I'm flicking it up towards the temples, and then I'm just going to blend it. And if it looks messy here, don't worry, we're going to fix it. I'm going to apply a highlighter in the inner corner of the eye. This is the MAC Oh Darling highlighter. And I'm placing it right in the inner section of the eye, right here. I'm going to just place some setting powder right here. Just to clean up the edges of the shadow. And this will help to lift. As soon as I remove it, you'll see how lifted the eyes look. See that? Next, we're going to apply mascara. This is the Mini Bad Girl Mascara from Benefit Cosmetics. Applying it to the lower lashes as well. One of the fall makeup trend for 2024 is fluffy lashes. We'll be applying these lashes from my brand Euphoria Artistry. These are the Hana lashes. They're available on our website at euphoriaartistry.com. This is what they look like. To apply the lashes, I will be using our Magic Eyeliner pen. This is a lash adhesive pen and eyeliner all in one. First, what I'm going to do is just align the eye as you would with your regular eyeliner. And we're going to apply the lash on this line here. I'm going to apply the lash band as well, focusing on the outer corners. I'm going to apply. And that is it. So I'm just going to press and apply another coat. Applying the lash for the other eye, applying it first, following the same procedure. Applying it on the lash band, focusing on the ends. And I also like to do this as well, moving it back and forth, flexing it like this back and forth, so that it adheres to the curvature of the lash line. Then I'm going to line it again. Going to also apply the color on the cheek, and what I'm going to do is to use it to lift the face. I'm applying it right here on the cheekbone, and I'm just going to take what's left on the brush, taking it up to the temples right there, and this to apply to the other side as well. Is also one of the 2024 fall makeup trend is blushed cheeks. So heavy lifted blush cheeks. like what I'm doing here. Going to tone it down by applying a little powder right here. Also going to take some of the same highlighter, Mako Darling highlighter, and place it at the high points of the face right here. Going to use my NARS bronzer and add definition to the side of the nose. Blending it up into the inner section of the brows right here. And I'm just going to pat over it with my powder brush just to ensure that it's blended. I'm also going to line the waterline with my most used liner. I use this liner almost in all of my tutorials. I really love it. This is the Makeup Forever Limitless Brown liner. I use it to line my waterline as well as my lips. I'm taking it all over my lip. We could also leave it like this, or we could add a lipstick. Let me know what you think. This is going to be one of my fall look. I'll be doing 3 in total, so this is one. I have 2 more to do. This is the first one. I'm wondering if I should leave it like what I'm going to do. I'm going to pair it with Anastasia Beverly Hills Parchment Lips Velvet Lipstick. It's pretty much along the same tone. Apply it in the center of the lips. Clean up the edges. Then I'm going with MAC foundation powder in shade 6 to go all over the face, mainly focusing on the outer section. Taking it down the neck. And this is a nice matte fall makeup look. That's perfect for fall season. So we're going to comb through the lashes just to blend the natural lash with the falsies. Applying highlighter to the center of the nose. Now we're going to set it, we're going to hydrate it again to tone down the powder look, and then finally set it with Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. And this is pretty much the final look, just giving it some time to dry down. So this is the final look. This is what it's looking like. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.